Hello everyone, I hope you are having a wonderful holiday season this time of the year. Today I just wanted to make a little video about my current 76. It's an HZJ76, so it's almost the same as my previous one, but this one, being a general spec, has a few goodies that make it better for the colder climate than my previous one. From the outside, it's nearly identical to the one I had previously, to which I also have a video on my channel. It's actually one of the first videos I made. This one is the same year, so it's a 2011. It's got the factory OEM aluminum roof rack and those steps that only come with the general spec. The GCC spec, I don't think they had those until 2017 when they came out with the 1VD engine. Other than that, it's got dual batteries. I'll show that in a minute to you. So just two batteries hooked up in parallel that give more oomph when you are starting in cold weather. The bull bar is TGM bull bar. I think it's called TGM Outpack bull bar. And some people ask me why the plate is slanted to one side. It is to gain access to the controls of the winch. It's usually controlled through this little hole over here that it's got the mechanism that makes it come in and out of the gear. And the winch is an OEM Toyota one, so it's the 8,000 pounds ASIN, I think it's ASIN 100 is the name. I might be wrong, but that's how I remember it. And this is the hookup point for the winch. It's got the IPF driving lights, and I've got the LED light bar down below. This makes a whole lot of difference when you're driving at night and trying to find your orientation. Makes you see better. Difference from the previous 76, this one is a manual mirror, so they don't adjust with the push of a button like the previous one. The antenna is also manual. It comes in and out with the, I think it's frozen now. And the biggest difference with this one and the previous one is the interior. Mainly this factory roll cage. I'm not sure if Toyota fits them from the factory or they have a different company that install those when they come out of the assembly line. So it's 6 point, it's connected in 6 different points to the body, the cabin of the car. So 1, 2, and then 2 more on the side here, and 2 more way back. I'll get to those in a minute. So idea is to help you survive if there's any kind of a rollover or things like that. And this being the mining spec, it's got a few things that I miss not having, which I had on my previous one. It doesn't have the map pockets, so this would be the same as the GXL version in Australia. And the tachometer is very basic. It doesn't have, I mean, the instrument cluster. Okay, let's start it up. It's very basic. On my previous 70, I had tachometer, voltmeter, I had oil temperature gauge. This one you only get 3 gauges. First is the speedometer. fuel gauge, and you have the engine temperature gauge. If you have a model with two fuel tanks, such as in 78 Rupee or the 79 pickup, then you have two fuel gauges. Otherwise, it's the same as every model for general spec. None of them get a tachometer, which is really sad actually. I did like having a tachometer on my Arab spec, I mean the GCZ spec 76. This stereo, it was lifted right off of the 2014 200 series Land Cruiser, because this one, again being a mining spec, had a very basic audio. Okay, let's see the interior. Again, no map pockets on this one. It comes with a Toyota fire extinguisher, and the camera is having trouble focusing on this one. Okay, that's it. Here I got the CB radio, so channel. Makes a world of difference when you're traveling around in the middle of nowhere. And that's the rear. Okay, let's go out and see what's in the rear of the car. Here I've got a few controls. This one is for the biggest. This one is for the Robusta engine preheater. This one is for the light bar, and this one is for the IPF driving lights in the bull bar. What is really cool about this one is it's a wireless controller, so you can mount them anywhere, and you can, I think, can even have them in your pocket if you do choose to do so. The seat covers are aftermarket seat covers. And what I like about them is that you've got some pockets in the front here, and on the sides here they can also act as a cup holder. Here on the front one I just put some keys and tire gauge and stuff like that. Okay, so I've started the car because it was getting pretty cold outside. Actually, today's one of the coldest days of December so far. Today was showing -29 with a chill factor of -42, so it is pretty cold. So let's open up the back. Excuse my messiness, I did not actually plan to do this video for some reason, but I just wanted to get it done today because a lot of people were asking me to give some information on the mining spec model, which is this one. So I've got a few Oldman Emu goodies waiting to go in the car. I'll install them sometime next month probably. This is a little bed platform that I've made myself, DIY. This frame goes to the front over the rear seats, and this top plate goes on there, and the length is 1.80 m, 1.80 m. So since in American specs it's 5'8", 5'8", which fits me very well. Actually, my wife and my daughter, we all sleep here. We don't like setting up a tent, so it's just a lot comfortable when you're inside the car. If you're cold, you can start the engine, and if there's a strong winds, you're still in a car, so you don't have to. The weather does not affect you very much compared to when you're in a tent. So I've got my sleeping bags and the mat and everything ready to go if I decide to go somewhere. On the side panel windows, I've just put those up, insulation panels. Actually, I've found out that they help a lot when you're just sleeping inside the car. And I think that's... Oh, actually, I forgot to show you the the dual batteries and the engine compartment. Okay, let's go check those out. Let's open the hood. Sorry about that. So as I said, this one has a dual battery system from the factory. Difference, a lot different from the previous Arab spec, GCC spec vehicle. It's got a stronger starter, 4.5 kilowatts. The GCC spec has 2.5 kilowatts. So it's an OEM option, having two batteries. This one is aftermarket. It's a Robusta engine preheater. So what it does is it connects to the coolant hoses over here, and from there the coolant goes into the heat exchanger, comes back around and goes around the engine coolant jacket, and that's how it warms up the engine when it's really cold outside. The exhaust goes on the side and dumps right below the driver's seat. Other than that, it's all same 76.